go. Wave goodbye to those folks still waiting in line. You will never see them again. Now, I can't do this tour all by myself, so I'm going to bring up my very special co-host for the evening. You may know him from The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Well, it's Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Tom.
And the greatest driver.
Julie.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Tom
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right, we do have a few safety rules to go over. Rule number one, you're going to see a long emergency cord running down the top center of the tram. If you have any audio or visual issues, if you drop anything overboard, or if you have a medical emergency, please give that cord a pull and I will be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Please remain seated on today's tour, even when we're not in motion. Oh, there's no smoking on the tour today, but you can eat and drink as much as you like. I know. Number 4, be prepared for loud noises, fire effects, sudden trend movements, and water effects. If you're in a blue seat tonight, you might get a little wet. They're all blue. They're all blue. Hilarious. All right. Now, as we head down our Universal movie timeline here, you'll see some films, just some of the movie posters from films we've been making for over 100 years. Universal Studios was founded back in 1912 by our founder, Carl Laemmle. You can actually track the evolution of the logo up there at the top. And since then, we've created a lot of iconic movies with a lot of iconic nighttime movie scenes. In fact, we've had to do so much nighttime lighting here at Universal Studios. We have over 100,000 lighting instruments and over 500 miles of electrical cable. And this is not the clip I wanted to play. This is the clip I wanted to play.
Don't worry, engineer, it's all fake. It's all fake, okay? You guys are here for movies. And look at Jimmy. Come here, daughter. Back to the future. Fire station.
Yeah, Universal is around 400 acres. We have our own fire station, our own police force, and our own zip code. So when we call it Universal City, we're not really being cute. It's actually its own city. When we film at night, get those night scenes, we have two options. We can film outside, actually at night. That can be very difficult because you have to ask your cast and crew to stay up all night. And you have to make sure that the lighting is appropriate so that even though it's nighttime, you can see. Or we can film in what we call a sound stage. That's a big indoor building, looks like a warehouse, in which we control exactly what the camera sees and hears. To your left now, you'll see our largest sound stage on the front lot. This is Sound Stage 12. Currently, it's home to NBC's hit singing competition, The Voice.
Hi everybody, I'm Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice, and I welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on Stage 12. It happens to be the largest sound stage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
Here's some iconic nighttime scenes that have shot at Sound Stage 12. Stage 12 was also used as the mansion and Scarface and the visitor center from Jurassic Park. And we're moving on from our largest soundstage to some of our busiest. Sound stages 25, 24, 23, and 22. Recently they were used for the hit crime drama CSI. CSI wrapped production, and currently it's home to a new NBC show called Superstore, starring Ben Feldman and America Ferrera. You can catch that currently running on NBC. It was actually just renewed for its second season. It's a very funny show. Now, sometimes they'll build the set pieces in stages 22 and 23 and bring them up into 24 and 25 through these large sliding doors that you'll see here. We call these elephant doors, and they get their name because in the 1920s we actually had a fully functioning zoo here at Universal Studios with elephants, giraffes, lions, tigers, bears, oh my, you know, the whole array of animals. Unfortunately, with the invention of sound, we had to get rid of them because they were too loud to keep around. So we found them a new home. But we needed doors that were big enough to bring them inside, so hence the name elephant doors. You'll see the lights on the side here. They're red lights. These are wigwag lights. That's what we call them. When they're lighting, when they're lit up, when they're glowing red, that means they're filming inside. So you have to be quiet on the outside. And these buildings are 98% soundproof. They're lined with the soundproof quilting, but that light just helps to take care of that extra 2%. Off to your left now, you'll see a very historic soundstage. This is soundstage 27. There's a big water tank in the bottom of the soundstage. It's what they use to test the mechanical shark for Jaws. But currently it's home to the Mindy Project on Hulu. Mindy Project, of course, stars Mindy Kaling, who got her started as a writer for Saturday Night Live, and was also a series regular on another hit NBC show, The Office. So, Universal has a vast movie history, obviously, but we also have a fairly extensive TV history. And that's because Universal Studios is a part of NBC Universal, one of the largest television production companies in the world. They have a broadcast history that goes back over 75 years to 1939 New York World's Fair. And in that time, we produced and televised some of your favorite channels like NBC E, Sci-Fi, USA, Bravo, Telemundo, The Golf Channel, CNBC, MSNBC, The Weather Channel, Oxygen, Esquire Network, and NBC Sports, just to name a few. To your right, you'll see some Indian mayhem on these sound stages. In 41, that we just passed, that's where they're filming Marlin, the new pilot I told you about with Marlon Wayans. And in 44 is where they're shooting The Good Place. They also recently shot scenes from Furious 7 with Paul Walker and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson right here. It's where they shot 6 seasons of Parenthood with Craig T. Nelson and Lauren Graham. Craig T. Nelson probably felt right at home. After all, it's where he shot Coach back in the 1970s. To your left, you'll see a little building that looks kind of like a house behind our Ted 2 teddy bear here. We call these our bungalows, and they're home to Hollywood's hottest producers, writers, and directors, like the production company Illumination Entertainment. They're an animation company that brought you Minions and Despicable Me. They have a new movie coming out this summer.
Hi, I'm Chris Meledandri, the founder of Illumination Entertainment. Our animation company has brought you films like Despicable Me and The Warrens.
That sounds amazing!
At Illumination, we make it our mission to tell stories that take you to new worlds and introduce you to characters you fall in love with again and again. We're thrilled to bring you a new film called The Secret Life of Pets. Have you ever wondered what your pets do all day while you're away from home? Well, now you'll get to find out.
I do want to point out a very special bungalow to you now. This is bungalow 5195. On your left here, you'll see the yellow railing up on the top. This belonged to Alfred Hitchcock, famed director of such suspense and thrillers such as Psycho, Rear Window, Vertigo, The Birds, North by Northwest, the list goes on and on. Today it's home to the De Laurentiis Company, who brought the legend of Dr. Hannibal Lecter to the big and small screen. Now, Mr. Hitchcock was famous for making appearances in the background of his films. He called these cameos. He did this originally because he didn't have the budget to fill out the background of his movies, so he hopped up in there to fill out the screen, and it quickly became his trademark. Hitchcock would be no stranger to this next part of our tour because we're leaving the front lot behind and entering the back lot. We shoot the big stuff out here, large exterior shots on a large scale. We've got our Metro sets back here, our New York street. We do have a replica of a New York street. It's got its very own Macy's, department stores, and theaters. It looks like we took 34th Street and replicated it right here in Southern California. Now, most of what you're going to be seeing back here are what we call facades and practical sets. That means it's just the front and side of the building. We really only built what the camera will see, and we let your imagination fill in the rest. We do have some practical sets, and you can actually see in the glass windows. That means we can go inside of these storefronts and film scenes inside as well as outside. Our co-host Jimmy Fallon's no stranger to New York. After all, it's where he films The Tonight Show.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey! I'm walking here! I'm walking here! It's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets.
Cinematic history was made over 50 years ago on a subway grate in New York. And legend has it that you can still see that actress on our streets today. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn, how about some pictures?
Of course, anything for my fans. Oh, do you hear that? Don't you just love the breeze from the subway? Oh, hello, handsome. Oh, here comes another one. Oh, goodbye. Bye now. Oh, well, back to work.
Goodbye, Marilyn. She called me handsome, everyone. Did you hear that? The New York Street, which we are turning onto now, has seen its fair share of superhero films. This big blue glass building off to your right-hand side with the silver framing was Oscorp in The Amazing Spider-Man, starring Andrew Garfield. It was also used in Transformers and Captain America, the First Avenger. Many iconic night scenes have shot on this street as well. Take a look. Now, when they were filming Streets of Fire, most of that movie takes place at night. So what they had to do is, rather than come out here and film at night, they took 5 miles of black fabric and stretched it over the top of these buildings. They poked holes in it to act as the stars in the sunlight, and that let them shoot all day long. We've had our share of great directors working at Universal Studios as well over the years, including Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up on the beach. And Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
That's right, you're going to want to have those 3D glasses ready. You won't need them just yet. We will let you know.
We really put a lot of thought into the character and personality of Kong, and he's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. You know, he is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature with Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are like a window into his personality and his heart. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island, so he's been beaten up, scarred, you know, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of ancient battles.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Skull Island.
The family has lived here for hundreds of years. I'm so sure.
Glasses on, everybody. Let's go back from Skull Island.
That experience was created using state-of-the-art digital 3D filmmaking techniques and projected on some of the world's largest 3D screens, measuring 40 feet by over 180 feet. It was directed by Peter Jackson and created by his team over at Weta Digital. Weta Digital is a CGI company that has Academy Awards for their work on King Kong, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Avatar, Lord of the Rings, and the Hobbit trilogy. Here to tell you more about how they created King Kong 360 3D, it's a team over at Weta Digital.
The audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong on this side and the T-Rex is from the other side. What they're moving, they're also here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions. Also, one of the things about this wall and the movies that we used to working on is no touch. because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the tram is from. This one represents the screen that's 10 meters away. We're really creating about 50 minutes of a picture. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting it to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
You may have noticed at the end of King Kong, one of the tram cars got pulled on screen and became a part of the action. Whenever we see a car on screen in a TV show or a movie, we refer to them as picture cars. And sometimes, like the DeLorean from Back to the Future, these cars go on to be just as famous as the actors who drive them. To your left, you'll see some of our famous picture cars, starting with Kit from the 2008 reboot of Knight Rider, Tom Selleck's Ferrari from Magnum PI. It's actually just a Volkswagen Beetle engine in the shell of a Ferrari. The real Ferrari engine is too loud and powerful to use on set. Got some cars from Back to the Future, and from the Flintstones, starring John Goodman and Rick Moranis. No engines in those cars, they were entirely foot-pedaled, foot-powered. Of course, Fast and the Furious, and a new addition, we have the gyrosphere from Jurassic World. Finally, we have some cars from Transformers. Now, this big metal tank at the end, actually made out of plywood. The real metal was too heavy to bring to set, so the art director actually built a tank out of wood and painted it to look just like metal. Of course, we can't talk about picture cars without mentioning Fast and Furious. Furious 7 broke national and international box office records for Universal.
Oh yeah, dude, I would love to have on this car. It's so nice.
And another franchise that's done well for Universal over the years took audiences back to an island off the coast of Costa Rica with Jurassic World.
Welcome to Jurassic.
Thank you. That's right, these set pieces and props are from Steven Spielberg's first 3 Jurassic Park films. And we do keep the dinosaurs back here, but no one panic because they're in cages, they're well fed, I take them for walks. It looks like maybe we have some dinosaurs on the loose.
Oh no.
Alright, well it looks like they're all in the mobile lab, so we should be safe in the tram out here. Oh. There's a truck for you, we got some dinos out here.
Oh god.
Now, those dinosaurs are animatronic or robotic, and they actually used animatronics in the original Jurassic Park film. Today they use a lot of CGI, but in the 90s, Steven Spielberg thought that the CGI didn't look good enough, so he actually built a giant robot T-Rex, weighed right around 20,000 pounds. And in that rain scene where it chases the Jeep, that it got so heavy it couldn't operate, so they had to dry it with hair dryers overnight. Spielberg used a lot of weather effects in his movies. Doesn't look like rain today, though. Here to tell you about the forecast, it's the Today Show's Al Roker. Al?
Hi, everybody. Here's today's forecast from Universal Bungalows. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Middle Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. We've got a high chance of clouds and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Island of Raw. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods.
It's weird, it looks like people house predicting flash floods here in our old Mexico sets. It doesn't look like rain though. What do you say we work a little movie magic here and get some rain going? There we go. This is our movie rain. We create this by shooting it out of a overhead sprinkler system, letting it fall to the ground naturally in a very high-tech chemistry process called gravity. This allows us to control when and where it rains, so we don't have to wait around for a stormy day to get those stormy shots. You may recognize it from Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black, or the three amigos, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase. I'm going to turn the water off now, but we tend to get backed up and get a flood on our hands. We don't want that. Looks like the switch is broken. Make it a little bit here. That's our flash flood effect. It's created by releasing tens of thousands of gallons of recycled water from the top of the hill. We do recycle our water here. We send it to the drinking fountains in Disneyland. And here's what that effect looks like in the movie Big Fat Liar. Alright, and now we're heading on over the border to my home state of Texas. We have any Texans on board? Any fellow Texans? Yeah, back there, car 4. England. That's kind of far from Texas, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. This is 6 Points, Texas, some of the oldest Western sets on our back lot. Many great Western stars like John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart have moseyed on down these streets. And here at Universal Studios, the West is just as wild as ever. Legendary director John Ford got his start here at Universal. At the time, he was an assistant to his brother, but his brother was sick and late work. The founder, Carl Wilson, stopped by to see how the Western that he was working was going. His brother, being a good brother, picked up the megaphone and started barking directions at the actors. He even set fire to part of the set. Carl Lumley was so impressed with his fake directing that he hired him to direct the next Western that came across his desk. And today, John Ford is regarded as one of the best movie directors of all time. To your left, through these trees, you'll get a little peek of our park lake. Now, you may know it by a different name, the Black Lagoon. That's because this was used in The Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's also where Norman Bates hid his bodies in Psycho, the 1960 Hitchcock thriller. We do have our little Europe sets now off here to your left for our Europeans here from England. These are built to obviously look like Europe, and this is where the Universal Monster movie got its start. Dracula, Wolfman, the Invisible Man. Actually, you can see him out there. He's invisible, guys. If you look. That's alright, no shame. You'll see this collection of trailers over here. This is for a TV show called Home and Family. The daytime Emmy-nominated talk show. Oh, it's fine. I know. It's a good joke. They also actually shot Pirates of the Caribbean over there, Curse of the Black Pearl, with Johnny Depp and Keira Knightley. They shot the recent remake of The Muppets there. Kermit the Frog goes on a date with Miss Piggy on those streets. And off to your left, like I said, this is where they shot Home and Family, or they still shoot Home and Family, the daytime talk show. But I have a very special treat for you today. We're going to go inside this soundstage here. This is Soundstage 50. And recently, this was used in an episode of Bones on Fox.
Look, they're sweet.
He looks very upset.
Well, I talked to the guy in his office.
That's with the FBI?
FBI, yeah, we hear about the human remains.
That's him. Right over there.
You alright?
Now, as you can see, this is set up to look like a San Francisco subway station. You can see the attention to detail that goes into building these sets. We've got real advertisements on the wall. Now, American Express, Coca-Cola, more than likely paid money to have their advertisement in the background of the TV show. It's called product placement. There's also a second story to this soundstage that we can't see from here, but it's a really cool street. They got an oil truck up there. Targets of California earthquake. We get this from time to time. There's a panic. Oh, this might be bigger. Hold on. Oh, there's that truck I was talking about. Got some planes up to the star. We got those live wires going through. We got a train incoming. I think that was the first of it. And here's with that mechanical effect that's instead of bugs.
The water like
Night scenes are great for suspense, and that's exactly what Steven Spielberg did when he filmed the night scene from Jaws. Right now we're heading back to Amity Island, the fictional island from Jaws, but I don't want anyone to panic because the shark has been caught, as you can see. It's hanging up right there. My friend George is doing a little sweep of the harbor, make sure it's safe, but we should be able to swim in. You brought your bathing suits? That looks like a shark, man. We should probably warn George. Can you guys help me yell for George? George! 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 George, no one's helping me yell for you. If you die, it's all these people's fault. There we go. Okay. No, it's too late. Oh, George. He was just a week away from retirement. Everyone.
poor George.
But he didn't die in vain, because I put shark bait in this yellow barrel. Hopefully the shark will take the bait and we'll be rid of it once and for all. Very good. Looks like we got a gasoline spill on our hand. Heads up. Got that. Is everything alright back there? Did we lose anyone?
I lost my brows.
Yes, that's a movie duck, actually. No, it's not. It's a real duck. I don't know why the shark won't just eat that duck and leave us alone, but apparently it's not into duck. Now that mechanical shark works pretty well. Unfortunately, the one they used in the movie did not. That's because they tested it in freshwater, but when they brought it out to the Atlantic Ocean, it reacted funny with the saltwater and sank straight down to the bottom of the sea. This prompted the cast and crew to nickname the production Flaws instead of Jaws.
Wherever you were, you included radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working for me, the shark is not working.
We just waited on them. We just waited on them.
The shark was well enough to a while ago, so I do overtrack a lot.
Very historic street off to your left. This is our Elm Street, and it was used in To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck and Robert Duvall.
Yes.
The house on the end there, the yellow one with the green roof, was Boo Radley's house in that film.
Boo Radley?
We talked about practical sets earlier. That's sets you can film inside and outside of. And we have our largest one here to your right. This is the Chicken Ranch, sort of built to look like a country house. Now this was used in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as well as the best little whorehouse in Texas. That's right, I said it. Texas. And we're going to be turning down a suburban street here. This may look a little familiar to you. After all, it is Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives, starring Eva Longoria.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good
These houses may look beautiful from the outside, but they're actually just empty shells. In fact, Terry Hatcher's house has an oak tree growing through the top of it. They would film the outdoor scenes up here, and then they would bring everyone back to the sound stages that we saw earlier to do everything inside. But before this was Wisteria Lane, it was Colonial Street. Colonial Street was home to Leave It to Beaver, the movie. In this house right here up to your left. And this house on the end, this pink one, might look familiar because it's the 1313 Mockingbird Lane house from the original Munsters TV show. Sorry guys, we got a car up here that's not supposed to be here. I just have to call this into security real quick. Security?
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
Yeah, we're outside of Wisteria Lane and there's like a 1970s black Charger parked out here. It's not supposed to be here, so you might want to send someone out to take a look.
Okay, Tour. I'll send someone down to check it out ASAP.
Alright, thanks. Sorry guys, when you're on the back lot, nothing's more important than maintaining security.
Studio Tour, looks like we might have an issue. I'm patching you into Agent Novak from the FBI.
FBI?
I'm sorry to interrupt your fun, but we've got video surveillance on that Charger you all saw. We ran it through the system, and the driver has been positively identified as Dominic Toretto. I've been tracking this guy for a while. He's a hardened criminal. He's likely armed, and he is definitely dangerous. My men and I are on our way to apprehend him right now. If you see him, don't be a hero. Don't engage him. Just keep a safe distance and report any further sightings to studio security immediately. We'll handle it from there.
Alright, that's disturbing, but it sounds like the FBI has it under control, and just in time because we've arrived at Whoville from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. One of the largest productions in our history. It took up 12 sound stages and a part of the back lot. 9 football fields worth of snow were used to cover this set. Over 2,000 candy canes and 2 million cubic feet of styrofoam. But the Grinch wasn't the only bad neighbor the Who's had to worry about. After all, they lived next to Norman Bates from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
You want to put in the Bradbury? It's your brother now. Breathe out. Joe, be careful. Hello. What's up?
Don't get her. Don't get her. Don't get her right here.
You want to make the Bradbury? You want to make the Bradbury? Like the guy with the water.
They'll see and they'll know they'll say that she
All right, I hope everyone's okay back there. No knife wounds or anything like that. Good, because we're moving on from the world of Psycho to one of the most epic disaster sets of all time, from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. That is a full-size Boeing 747 aircraft. It was purchased by filmmakers for $60,000. That's not a bad price for an airplane. Unfortunately, it cost $200,000 to have it shipped here. They didn't have Amazon Prime back then, I guess.
Is perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Steven. I'll sit down and talk about the I thought, what if the 747 goes right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something we don't see.
You're doing good.
Visualize it. Got it close?
Bubby, get in. Get in. Yes, and we had a question in the front. Was everything randomly thrown or placed? Now, the art director will actually place everything specifically you see, so that in between shots, if something moves around, they know exactly where to put it, so that the shots stay consistent. It's probably an awful job to have, but what can you do? What now?
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. You guys need to turn that vehicle around, back to passenger unloading and meet.
I can't really do that. We're out here by War of the Worlds, and
Sweet moonwalking Moses. That's a terrible idea.
What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason he just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come, and he'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
I am so tired of you state guys stepping in just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
Don't you dare!
Guys, I'm not really qualified for this. I'm just a tour guide.
Why is it
Okay, I'm gonna make this really easy for you. Who do you trust more? Me? Or Mrs. Puskets here?
That's a good point.
Good, but do not hit.
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. I'm taking care of business. Hobbs out.
All right, so apparently we have an international crime witness on board. Is it you, sir? Oh, that's right. He's from England. He's from England, yeah. And you're from Sacramento, right? I see what's going on here. All right, it's okay because we're going to go into hiding and we'll be safe in here. This is Roman Pierce's Chop Shop. He's a street racer. This is a known party hangout, actually, so maybe we'll get to go to a party. Looks like we got some kind of tow truck here, as well as some sort of armored assault vehicle.
Hello! You just got here. Oh my God. Well, listen, hello, beautiful people. Particularly to you right there missing the third row. How you doing? You good? My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you in Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot. We're having a few friends over. It's a little messy, but it's all good. The more the merrier. Especially you right there in that third row. You know what I'm saying? So look, see over there? It's Hobbs' urban assault vehicle. Best truck the U.S. government can buy. That work of art back over there is made by my man Tej. Think of it as like a Mona Lisa on wheels. Extra.
So did you break it down to them?
What's that?
You had one job to do, Roman, one. All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
So like I was saying, the third row, right?
All right, so those 3D glasses that you had before, we have them ready. We won't need them just yet. I'll let you know when, but do have them ready. In a few seconds here, we'll be heading into what sounds like a party going on next door. I know you guys didn't sign up for this, but I'll get us back to the tour as soon as I can.
This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party. And what the other girl?
Roman Pierce, FBI, on the ground.
Him?
On the ground, do it now.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
On the ground, right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. That ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Show traced us. House can't hold forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Drive and move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
All right, Go ahead and put those 3D glasses on.
Grab your truck. I need you and Lucky ready to roll.
We're gonna pull into hiding here in this parking garage. I'm gonna jump off the mic so Shaw doesn't hear me, but hopefully we'll be back to the tour in just a couple of minutes.
This is our turn. After them. Okay, guys, it's showtime. This thing is moving fast enough. Let's hook him up. I got the bull by the horn. Now we're moving. I don't know about you guys, but the most exciting part of that for me was that there was no traffic on the highway. And now, we are coming to the end of our tour today, unfortunately. Like an Oscar-winning speech, I have a long list of people to thank. I want to thank our co-host Jimmy for providing some laughs. I want to thank King Kong for saving us from the jaws of a T-Rex. I want to thank Dom and his crew for getting us out of there alive. And our driver Julia, let's give it up for Julia, bro. All right. Most importantly, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here today. Spending your day at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. In just a few moments, we will be stepping off the tram. Please watch your step. Park closes at 11 p.m. tonight, so you have plenty of time to see shows, attractions, rides. Make sure you check out Water World, the live Seaport Spectacular. That's our highest rated stunt show in the park. It's excellent. And if you have any questions for me, I'll be up at the front of the tram. As they say in the movie business, that's a wrap. Bájate y vamos.